As you step into this little area, it's almost like that overwhelming feeling of dread just seems to vanish. It's calm. Everything
Okay.
feels right here.
Must be Lisa's safe place. I would assume.
As you step to open up these books, you're going to feel hands wrap around your neck. I would put those down if I were you.
Sensitive. I see.
Hands let go.
So I would assume you're trinket then?
You would be correct in the matter. I always hate how small she made this.
Elise didn't tell me about you.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Is it true?
And who are you?
Lisa's roommate. Or one of them.
Roommate.
I'll be staying in Lisa's head for a while.
And why is that?
Contract and everything. Who's other contract? It's the same one as Elise's.
The brain didn't tell me about this.
No. That's unfortunate.
And what is your purpose here?
Power. To an extent. Not gonna fuck with anything in your head.
It seems you already
At
have.
least nothing majorly. So you notice?
Of course. Well, of course I have.
I would assume you're the overseer of this place?
In a sense, yes. I look over her.
If I may ask, how did you came to be? Not many people can just create mindscapes.
Miss Elise is very imaginative. Many things come from her mind. There are many things here that you may not know of, or have seen before. I help regulate those things, keep things in check. I do not know how exactly I was created. I am aware that I am what people consider an imaginary friend. Though I grew a bit more as time went on, and as Elise's mind grew. I was her only friend for a good while. When she was younger. When I was younger. I was the only one around. And I grew into this. I now look over everything in her mind and make sure nothing goes too wrong. Although I was cut off yesterday, I wonder if that was you.
I wouldn't know.
Her emotions were severed. I was unable to access that portion of her mind.
No, that was me.
And
She
you did this
requested it. I gave it back. I can't exactly make them go away. I hold in the emotions for her. She had a lot.
The best way to describe Elise is she is. Her emotions make her her. If she did not have them, she is not who she is. If you were to take her mind away, but if she were to still have her emotions, she would still be her in a sense. A lot more compared to other people if you were to take it away. She's complicated.
Isn't everybody complicated in some way or fashion?
I would not know. I have not been in anyone else's mindscape besides hers. Nor do I think I could leave. Nor would I want to.
I will admit this is my first time venturing into other people's mindscape, so you and I are the same in that.
It is
You and
nowhere near
I
my
are alike
intentions.
in a way. No.
How so?
You kill for Elise, I kill for Zank. Care.
Kill.
I only want the best for the boy. Care.
Oh, care. Of course I do.
Yes.
It is my job. She put me in this position. I must do it. Just as everybody else in the mansion who you have met, I assume?
Zang didn't create me though, it was someone else. Someone way more powerful than me, most people. He gave me a goal, a directive, and I must follow to the T. If I don't, what's the purpose?
I would not know. I do not know any other purpose besides to serve Miss Elise in her endeavors to make her stronger.
So you know how I feel with Zang.
I am unsure how you feel about that individual. I have seen him a few times.
The same way
Oh,
how you feel on Elise.
I must protect her and keep her mind clear. I would believe so, then.
The boy's a mess.
I have heard.
Elise is the one too. It is our job to protect our hosts. Guide them in a way. Make sure they don't go crazy.
Yes,
Because without us, what would they be?
I do admit yesterday it was
Scary.
hard to keep her emotions in check. There were too many to keep away. Although you do stand in her mindscape currently, whatever emotions you might be feeling could affect her. I would ask you to step out. Out. No, that's in. Over here.
Ah, my apologies.
I do not like going in there. Whatever emotions that my mind might be feeling, she will as well. In a way,
Well, that doesn't work with me.
I am unsure. Again, not many people travel to her mindscape. Anybody who does usually is killed on the
What
spot.
about Goldie?
Goldie, I am not sure. I have seen her walking around the mansion a few times, but she does not seem to wish to talk. She has not come to the garden yet, though.
She seems to be more of a gatekeeper than anything.
I do not mind her presence. She does nothing. I was more worried about you. You seem to add things. I was unsure what they were. I killed a few before realizing what they were doing. Or at least tried to. My apologies.
This is fine, I didn't know your presence yet. I should have gone by you, then gone in my stead. I didn't know there was another overseer. I was not aware of that.
I believe, from what I am aware of, is there are an overseer in almost every person's mindscape. If there isn't, there is nothing to be there to protect the mind. Although, some people would consider that to be the brain. I do the job, some of the jobs that the brain does, like regulating the emotions, keeping her actions and minds in check, controlling her on some occasions, making sure that she stays in loop, like how she's supposed to be.
Reducing some memories, suppressing them. That's of the sort as
Yes.
well. I do the same with Zank. So I understand how you feel. Or understand the
I'm.
job.
Huh. I did not think that somebody would. Have something so similar to me.
It is a tiring task, I will admit. You don't have anyone to talk to. And if you do, they don't understand the struggle.
I do not believe anybody in Elise's mindscape necessarily does understand what I do. They know that I am here for any questions or issues that go along. But when it comes to talking to people, I have many. Elise did not leave me with just no one to talk to. I talked to many of the maids that are here, etc.
Yeah. We are different in that I had no one to talk to. When I was in Zhang's head,
I can imagine
managed,
being
work,
lonely.
work. It was to an extent. Very nightmares too. Zhang's head is way different from yours, Elise's. It's a lot pleasanter here than Zhang's. It's more of a labyrinth than anything.
It
It is
only
for
becomes a
Zhang.
labyrinth if you go to places where you're not supposed to be. Though I am aware that you went to that certain area. Please be careful there. Even I cannot help you there.
I, I do not intend to go back. That place served no
Good.
purpose to me, and probably best left alone.
I have went in there once. Well, not necessarily once, but when a traumatic memory seems to come along to Elise's mind, I rally it, and I lock it away in that room to make sure that nothing can escape. I let those nightmares fester a few times, just to keep Elise's mind going, just so that she remembers them so that she can be herself and realize the things that have happened to her. On the other hand, I do keep the good memories up close. That is why in the main hall, all of those good memories are there.
I see. We are different in that way. I keep a balance. I do not lock away his nightmares. But I do not lock away his dreams, I will. If Zhang is having a horrible day, I will make him have a, dream. But it's random. I do not control the dreams or nightmares. It is touchy, for me at least. But I do lock away some things. His emotions. His bloodlust I try to keep in control. He's a very violent person. And I think I haven't told anyone this. There's another person in his head. Not me. His hate festered and festered as I locked away, or as I tried to lock away his hate, and it grew, grew into a person similar to me. We met. He was quite an interesting fellow, I will admit, but I had to lock him away too. The voices of millions into one being, the voices of hate. It was quite the sight to see. I fear that he is in Zhang's head, causing a ruckus.
That is unfortunate. I am sorry to hear that about your host.
It is fine. I will save the boy. With the help of police and the other people. If they want to. If I have to, I will go it alone.
I would not recommend that. The mind is a tricky place that not many people can work themselves around. I still struggle on a day-to-day basis with certain things. And I was born here.
Same with Zhang's. I was born at that place too. And there was a lot of things I had to learn on the spot.
Indeed. There was another
I
before me.
esteemed a nightmare.
A nightmare?
Go ahead. I'll tell you my story after you tell me yours.
I do not have much of a story. I was just born here. After
But there was another one before you. Wasn't
in
there?
a sense, there was a person who believed in imagination. Similar to what the people on Earth call like a sunman. And he brought me into Elise's imagination. Although he didn't intend for me to grow into anything much. He just expected for me to be a dream. Something to keep coming back to give her comfort under her trauma. And then I grew more and more into what you see today.
Quite a sight to see, I will admit. So, and I was talking to a goddess, not a dream creature.
I do not believe Elise would allow a god anywhere near her mindscape. She is very protective, as am I.
Fair enough. I do not know her signature contract though. That does amuse me to an extent. Contract she makes, I will admit, has no way. It's just a piece of paper in my opinion, but I will keep it. Not one for me to break, but other people can.
I remember her talking to me about
That's
it
what I
being
worry
like a
about.
safeguard. Something for her mind to be at peace.
And when someone breaks the contract, what would happen then?
Depends on which contract you are talking about.
Yeah, any. Nothing I have in mind.
Elise has a multitude of contracts connected to a soul of the like. I advised her against these, due to me being here. But she is stubborn. Say the contract she would make with Deimos, that I am unsure if she made yet. I did feel something happen more recently, but she has not visited me. So I assume it is the one she talked to me about. The chain. If he were to break whatever contract she made with him, I would assume that we would have died, due to her trying to kill him.
So you are also agreeing that Elise is way weaker than Deimos, and if she tries to kill him, she will die.
Elise is very weak, mentally and physically. She could die to many people. I would not wish that upon her, but it is likely. She will die eventually. That is how things come to an end.
This is true. Seems like she just is. I would say doesn't care about herself, although other people does,
Mm.
and she is taking, I would say, their trust and their protection of her for granted. They're taking their love for her for granted. She doesn't understand that if she dies, a lot of people will grieve, and a lot of other people will die in grieving.
You're going to see that there is darkness starting to spread around the area and close again as you say that.
People do care about you. They just don't want to see you go.
Mm. If we were to die, it would not matter. We would simply move on. I would move on. Elise would be dead. I do not know where I would be, but I believe at that point my job would be done. I do not want her to die. I will prevent it at all costs. But I cannot do much. I can only work from the inside.
Fair enough. I too was the same until having slowly got his freedom. Slowly got his free will. Then I was able to unlock more things from that spell of his. There's a lot of untapped power there. Even I couldn't break due to the contract. So slowly over time I broke those chains. And I was able to help from the outside. Roy is powerful, although he doesn't believe himself to be one. He is very envious of other people. Very jealous.
You're gonna see she pulls up monitors, and she looks like videotapes. She just kind of rewinds. She pauses. This is Zhang, correct? She shows a picture of Zhang at the castle.
Is that correct?
I remember this conversation. I was watching, trying to help Elise to go through her memories of being a mother, trying to calm him down. I was trying to give the best advice I could. I do not know if it helped.
was in Zhang's head, or while I was in Zhang's head, during the Dory mission and then after it, I saw his ideals and what he was thinking.
Hmm.
He too thought Elise was better than him. Not in the, how would I say it, strength-wise,
Morality?
but morality, yes.
Indeed, she
He
is.
tries to be better, yes. He tries to better himself, but there's also another side of him that he can't control. His instincts. Him being a lycan and werewolf.
Hmm.
Sees a lot of things as prey that needs to be hunted down and killed.
Hmm. I would not understand these topics. I am based off of a human. I do not understand things when it comes to lichens or other species. Although Elise is very quaint upon the topic, knows many things about many different species due to her father's teachings. Those memories seem to keep locking themselves away. Her father is a touchy subject.
I do not know much about their father. I just know it's a touchy subject.
An awful man. One that was meant to die in the end.
Hmm.
He deserved everything that came to him.
One of
And
those
everything
people,
went
eh?
shortly. Of course. She hurt my... Oh, he hurt my host. In many different ways than one.
I can understand that. Zhang is a very troubled boy. A lot of people misused him. From the memories I saw,
Hmm.
he was a many things. An assassin, or trained to be, and lab rat, and a brothel worker. What can that do on a mental boy? What can that do on a head? His head scape is very fucked.
Hmm. That is
He was not
unfortunate.
treated right. The only people who treated him right was my creator, and Happy and the few that are treating him right now.
Hmm.
My
Happy.
creator was very different.
I've heard that. Hmm. She takes after your host, correct?
This is true.
Hmm.
Mutual respect we have for each other, but I don't exactly.
Same.
I have my worries about her. I don't
She
exactly
is
hate
a
her.
creature of darkness. I have told Elise to not trust her. I have continued to tell her this. She is not a trustworthy person, but she is an ally. Someone we could use if things were to go wrong. As are you. I believe so that it would be beneficial to have you around. If it were just to help me with controlling parasites in the mind. Hmm.
I didn't see any parasites as of yet, so assume that's a good thing.
Let us hope that you are able to see them. From what I am aware, outsiders normally cannot. But you are a being of dreams, are you not?
That I am. That was I made made to be.
The parasites that infest Elise's mind can be anything from as tiny as a bug to as big as a skyscraper. Those ones are usually nightmares, though. Those are things that have happened more recently. Those are the things I lock away. Let's see if I can find one.
Has your ventures been to those locked away things then? Nightmares are not best locked away. They are best exterminated.
You're gonna see she picks up a frog. The frog is icked with black goo. These are the nightmare creatures. See if you can handle them.
He would summon an axe. It has a sort of determined how would I word this? It glows red, and he will.
It will
the nightmare
die.
should disappear. Seems like I can.
Excuse me. You're going to see the carcass is like on the ground. And as she does this, you're going to see the body disintegrate. When you are in this mindscape, do not let them fester. They will not disappear. They will fester and stay. You must burn them, in a sense. Or else they will multiply.
No problem. I will let the guards know. If they do see any nightmares, burn them. That is my way of burning.
Indeed. I would recommend, if you were going to be anywhere in the mansion, that you would stay here. Although you would have to be around me more often. This place is the one that mainly gets attacked.
I wouldn't mind that.
Understood. It gets attacked a lot more often than I would like. Because this is directly to the outskirts of a mindscape. These are the things that are in the forefront. Although when she does come into the mindscape, that is when she first enters the mansion. And whenever she makes her way here, she may sleep to dream. It is like dreaming upon dreaming. That is why when you open those books, I did not want you touching them. They are what she dreams
My
of.
apologies again.
You are all right. Give me a mere moment. Stay out here. You're going to see she's holding a book. The book you grabbed. She's going to open it. This book was her and her father. It was one from when they used to color together. She was much younger at this time, but it is one of her most fondest memories. She loves to look back at it. And then she flips the page. This is a dream of her children. The people that she loves the most. She flips the page again. And this time, it's actually Alexander and Elise. Just them messing around, goofing off. although she doesn't see this one as often, she finds it very fond to look back on. A good friend, she calls him to me.
I have seen that face before. Odd.
These are very precious. I spent a lot of time making these. This area, indeed, took me many years to create. Although it is a replica of the new home that they are at. This is the easier part of creating in the mindscape. But the books are not as easy. It is like a way center to go in and out. If I wish to, I could leave and be on the forefront. But it is not my job. I am meant to be here. I believe she would die without me being here. I'm going to be honest.
I see. A respectable position. I am not one to judge. I say that you should. If you do wish to stay, you can stay.
It did get boring after she
There's
started to
nothing
leave
wrong.
me. She has too many things to think about to visit me anymore. Which is reasonable, and I do not blame her. I do miss her company, though.
I see. You had new company instead, so there is some joy in that.
Indeed, I do.
It won't be as boring as it was.
I would hope
Who
not.
knows, I might teach you a few things and you can teach me a few things as well. Once I do go back in Zhang's head, I'll probably visit here or there. But Zhang is my high priority, as you would understand.
Indeed. Our hosts come before everything. I would not be alive without her.
And I too. If Zhang didn't exist, I wouldn't exist.
Yes. I do not know where I would be if she were to die. That is a question for when she gets old. If that is when she dies. Which seems unlikely with the path she seems to continue to go on.
It is quite the chaotic journey she's doing. Not mine to judge or guide. That's for her friends to do. I'm just a watcher in this scenario.
When you are in her mind, you will be... helping her with her decision making. That is what everyone does. The maids who are here all have a certain job that they are supposed to do to keep her mind functioning. That is why everyone moves around so much. As I said, Elise is a very creative person, imaginative. They are all sectors of the mind that have come to life. To all do a job, to keep her going, so that it is not as taxing on myself, to control everything. I would not be able to do this alone. But while you are here, I am not sure what job you have taken, but you have taken something. We will find out. Could be something as simple as... maybe controlling what toe she moves. I don't know. We'll see.
Hopefully as simple as that, but we shall see.
I will figure that out in time to come. Although I am busy. Not really. I have nothing to do. As it becomes nighttime, she will come here soon. To sleep, or to think, or to work in the kitchen, because she does that occasionally, and I don't really understand why. We're just going to turn. Would you mind if I did something?
Sure.
She's going to touch her head. As she touches it, you're going to feel all of your emotions just shut off. Are you alright?
Feel a lot more calmer, or how would I say it? I can think more logically.
Blink. You have a lot going up here. You're going to see his emotions basically in a ball. And she's just gonna let it up in the air. I will bring this back to you after you are done here and wish to leave. For now, though, while I am here, I protect this area. You may come in, now that you do not affect this area. If you wish to rest, you may. Or if you wish to talk some more, I am also here.
For now, I will rest. I haven't had a place to rest in a long time.
Understood. Then we will have trade shifts. I will wake you up in some time. Although I do not sleep. The best way to put it, servers will be at rest. I will awake you in a few hours. Rest well. Or to think. Or to work in the kitchen, because she does that occasionally, and I don't really understand why. I think it calms her down.
I gotta control myself. Shit,
I think your sexism is coming out. Anyways, like I was saying.
She truly knows. She truly knows her role. Malevolent kitchen.
Hollow kitchen.
That would be Elisa's domain to the show. That would be Elisa's domain extension to Malevolent Kitchen.